Happy Monday. Donnie B here, LPR Sound Foundations. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hey, today I want to talk to you and discuss the difference between stems, multi-tracks, sessions. Basically, how are we delivering our product once we get done, whether we're recording, editing, mixing, mastering. How do our clients want their product delivered to them? That's what we're going to talk about today. So if you're ready to discuss, let's go. So what I want to discuss really is like the difference between stems, multi-tracks, session files. I had a recent run-in with a client who asked for stems. Now, there's been a big misconception about what the difference between stems and multi-tracks are. So I had a run-in with a client. The client basically I asked, how do you want your files delivered? So he asked for stems. Now, this was a full band recording, so there was drums, bass, guitar, keyboards, vocals. He asked for stems. So I sent stems. Basically what stems are, and if you look at this graphic, a stem is a stereo recording sourced from mixes of multiple individual tracks, such as drums, vocals, bass. For example, a drum stem will typically be a stereo file that sounds like all the drums are mixed together. Same with vocals, same with guitars. The bass is usually just by itself, so I send that by itself. But there was in this session, there was a drum stem, a vocal stem, a guitar stem, a keyboard stem, and a bass stem. I sent these files to the client. Dude, the client called me angry. The client was upset with me and pretty mean on the phone. And I was, whoa, hold up. Did you want multi-tracks? He said, yeah, no, that's what stems are. No. Let me explain what multi-tracks are. So I had to explain what a multi-track is. Now here's this graphic. What is a multi-track? A multi-track consists of all the individual elements of an audio production, each with their own dedicated track. Kick, snare, hats, shaker, toms. Some might be mono, while others could be stereo. They may have been recorded from microphones or direct inputs, programmed in a sequencer, or arranged in a sampler, what have you. These are the multi-tracks, the individual files. That's what the client wanted. So I politely, explained what the difference between stems and multi-tracks are. Now, hopefully you guys understand what the difference between stems and multi-tracks are. At least now you do. Stems are, things put together. Multi-tracks are individual tracks. It's that simple. Now, sometimes I've had clients doing a mix project. For example, I recently did a mix project, and the client asked me for the session. He wanted my Pro Tools session. Now, you can do this. It's up to you. I'm going to leave this up to you guys. Okay, you can do this. Typically, if I send one of my mixes as a session to the client, I strip the plugins out. I don't need my client knowing what plugin I used and what preset I used and how I adjusted the vocals and how I adjusted the EQ or how I adjusted the compression on the kick drum. That's my sauce. This is my mix. And that's my sauce, man. That's my protected stuff. I'm not just going to give that to you. So if a client does ask me for a session file, I will give them the session file, but I strip all the plugins. I strip all the auxiliary sends. I strip any inclination of anything that I've done to the session. Basically, it's the multi-tracks in a session. They could just get the WAV files and open it in Pro Tools, and it'd be the same thing. But I'm just not going to give away my sauce. I'm not going to give away my mix. Not my mixes. These are my mixes, man. So yeah, y'all can't have that. So you can do that. I mean, if you want to give away the session, totally fine. That's entirely up to you. But for me, that's how I've gotten where I am as a mix engineer. So I don't give away my secrets, man. I'll tell you what EQ I use if you ask me. But I'm not gonna give you the settings of it. I'm not gonna give you the session of it. No, that's mine. So with all this being said, I'm gonna keep this really sweet and short today, or is it short and sweet? Let's go with short and sweet. I'm gonna keep this really short and sweet today because hey, it's Monday. We got things to do. We got mixes to work on, man. So let's go over this again. Stems, multi-tracks, sessions. How are you gonna deliver your product? Ask the client while you're negotiating the price, while you're negotiating the gig. Somebody calls you and wants to come into your studio, ask then, hey, how are you going to want these files delivered? So I know in advance. I know what to do. So there you go. So you have all the information you need to get the gig done efficiently, quickly, on time, get all the products done, and get paid. This is what we do. We do this for a living, and this is how it works. The more information you can get, the easier your job's going to be in the long run. So go forth, have a great week. Enjoy your week. Things are coming up. Things are going to be great. It's going to be an awesome week. It's Monday. We haven't screwed up yet, so there's plenty of time. So I'm kidding. We're not going to screw up this week. This week's going to be awesome. So have a great time. I'll see you guys on the blog post on Wednesday. And if I don't catch you on the blog post, I will see you next Monday. My name's Donnie B. I'm out of here. Have a great week.